From high in the sky, courtesy of Chopper 10, this in Chesapeake tonight, Oscar Smith taking on Great Bridge. Views you won't get anywhere else, or in Hampton Roads, or the entire state for that matter. Brandon Nesbitt right there, sweep left, makes it look easy. He's in the end zone, and the Tigers would get that extra point, so it's 7-0. Go to the second quarter, Nesbitt again, give it to the workhorse, this time up the middle. The PAT would also be good. Oscar Smith rolls tonight, too much for the rival out there in Chesapeake. You see the final, 48-6. All right, welcome in to another season of Friday Night Flights. How excited are we to be back for some high school football? I'm Craig Loper, and by chance, if you haven't seen the newest member of Wavy Sports Team, here he is, James Catato. James, you've been around a couple months now. First impressions of high school football in the 757. What do you think?
Craig, there are some dogs in this market, in these cities. I got to be honest, some phenomenal games so far. Some players that are going to go to that next level. We saw a couple of those guys tonight in Norfolk. You want to talk to us about the game of the week?
Yeah, game of the week, right? Here it is. You see the graphics. We got a great graphics package. Rematch of the two best teams in the Commonwealth from Class 5 last season. Maury, of course, fell to Highland Springs near Richmond in that state final. The third time the Springers have knocked off the Commodores out of the playoffs since 2018. And James, you were at the game tonight. This atmosphere had to be special.
Palpable, if I could describe it in one word. Seriously, Craig, you could tell as soon as Highland Springs got off the bus, these two teams were all business. I mean, last year's state final was competitive until the fourth quarter.
Right.
Maury looking to get some of that sweet, sweet revenge tonight on home turf.
Here we go.
To Powhatan Field we go. The Commodores doing their signature flip entrance. Craig, if you were a Maury fan tonight, you were flipping out at the start of this game. Maury marched down the field on their first drive. Autori Newkirk floats one up to Javon Wiggins. Maury up 7-0 on their first drive. Cheerleaders getting into it. No, you're not watching the same thing twice.
Here we go.
Newkirk floats it up again. And check this out.
He's open.
14-0 in the first quarter. They were marching, but the Springers would respond. Eric Bird busts this one out wide. And Maury almost catches him here, but he is cruising. Dives right at the goal line. Ball gets over the line, and they would cut the deficit in half, but Newkirk.
They're a proud program.
This guy was doing it in the air. Now he's doing it on his feet. Breaks some tackles, goes into the end zone, takes a nap on his teammate. All right, Maury gets this one 23-14. This was a massive win, one that could elevate this program to even higher heights.
They're a nationally ranked team. I mean, we feel like we're the same. I feel like we got enough guys to be a nationally ranked team. I feel like our guys work hard to be a nationally ranked team. So I think the atmosphere, the talent, the coaching, the two programs, the crowd, the hype of the game, I think it was good for Virginia. I think it was good for my kids in those orange jerseys.
It was just another game. Honestly, it was just another game on the chart, and we had to get it done, and we executed and got the job done. We're more worried about the summer night.
Maury hits the road next week. Another tough test, Craig. The Commodores take on Class 4 powerhouse Dinwiddie. Tough
that non-district center schedule is ridiculous. Head to Chesapeake, Deep Creek hosting Nansemond River. Warriors with a 29-14 point lead at halftime. They're driving Alkindrick Overton to Emmanuel Ezegio for this short touchdown pass to go up 35-14. The Warriors back on offense again, once again. Overton to Ezi Ogu, and look at Ezi Ogu. I mean, breaking tackles, getting physical out there. The long touchdown run, 58 yards, and another Nansemond River TD that would put them up 41-14. Alkindrick Overton again, feeling it in the air tonight. The snap, this time hits Josiah Johnson, corner of the end zone, third touchdown pass of the quarter. Nansemond River rolls over Deep Creek 53-14. In Hampton, the two-time defending state champion Phoebus Phantoms up against Woodside for Newport News. Phoebus going for a 22nd win in a row. First quarter, Woodside was struggling with the snap. The sack here by Tayshawn Stevenson. Wolverines still with it. How about the TFL by Nigel Gray?
Grown man move.
Right, and then another TFL on the same drive by Brendan Thompson. James, I think at season's end, this Phoebus defense could be one of the best we've seen in recent years.
Yeah, they're legit.
They were not giving anything up. Phantoms on offense now. Jet sweep. Trenton Mitchell, he knows what to do with it. Touchdown run, made it 7-0 Phantoms, and that was the score actually end of the first quarter, so a little bit of a slow start for them maybe. Second quarter, Adonis Stowers, the freshman at QB, quick pass to Anthony Reddick. And James, when you can throw like a bubble and the receivers do this, I mean, like, I could play in that offense. I'm kidding. I couldn't play in that offense. Right, there you go. Down the sideline for the score, 14-0 Phoebus lead. Still second quarter. Phoebus now in the red zone. Stowers, quick pass to Keontae Gray. Look at him breaking tackles, physical near the line. He wants the end zone. He gets the end zone. 21-0 after that. This game was actually called at halftime because of weather. We had a lot of that going around tonight. Phantoms win 34-0. All right, now we move on to the Beach District. Kellam was hosting Green Run.
The Stallions have been the class of the Beach District over the past couple of years. Kellam, meanwhile, 1-1 heading into this game after last week's upset win over Kempsville. So here come the Knights. Big crowd on hand, Craig. Their fans always come out in force. But this Green Run squad, legitimate state title contender for a reason. This is the opening kickoff of the game, and it goes to one of the most electrifying players in Virginia, Keelan Adams. He's committed to Virginia Tech.
Hokie high.
Hokie Nation, stand up, takes it all the way to the house. Stallions missed the PAT 6-0. Now the first offensive possession for Green Run, first play from scrimmage, Kassan Farrar to Tyler Baker, reverses course, making the defender miss. Yeah, why don't we go 37 yards here?
House call.
For the touchdown. Hello, ring, ring. Yeah, it is a house call, Craig. They converted on the two-pointer. Stallions up 14-0 after the first quarter. More from the Stallions. Farrar has all day in the pocket to Tyler Baker again, just scoops it up before it hits the ground. Baker does the rest. That's another Green Run tutty. This one entered running clock territory. Green Run getting it all in three phases. Stallions pitch the shutout. They get the win over Kellam 56-0. Bayside trying to start the season 3-0. The Marlins on the road against Cox. Let's go to the first quarter. 0-0 with the ball. Long pass from Gage Treffry to Chase Landry to get into the end zone. Yeah, or to the red zone.
He's got a big play coming up too.
Yeah, there's the big play coming up. First quarter, yeah. Treffry again runs in from the 1-yard line. Cox takes the lead at 7-0. Let's jump to the fourth quarter here. 7-0. Bayside with the ball. Kamari Kirby, 25-yard run, tiptoe and staying in bounds for the fourth down conversion. Fourth quarter, Kirby passes to Ralph Parker in the red zone. Bayside trails 7-6 after the blocked PAT. Bayside will take the lead on a field goal, then make it 9-7. 10 seconds left in the game. Treffry passes to Landry for the go-ahead score.
Oh, no.
Oh,
there
Cox
it is.
Wins 14-9.
Down to the wire tonight.
Thriller.
Let's stay at the beach. First Colonial hosting Princess Anne. Look at the student turnout for the Patriots. They were going into this one, and for good reason. Very into it. Opening kickoff of the second half. FC in those sweet uniforms, receiving the ball, but they give it right back to the Cavaliers. The fumble there, Amari Rosen with the recovery, and then PA on offense. They're up 20-14. But they actually fumble it. Little Butterfingers out there tonight, apparently.
Yeah,
there's a mad scramble. It's recovered by the Patriots. Cavaliers would eventually get the ball back. PA going for the deep ball. But KC Grannerman says, not so much on my watch. And he's like, my mom works at Wavy, so put me on the news. So we put you on the news, KC. How about that?
Phenomenal.
Some extracurricular activity after the play. The game was chippy. Fourth quarter now. FC still down 20-14. Fourth down from the 18. Patriots go for it. Rhett McNamara on the money. Jacob Emick, what a pass, what a catch. That tied it up at 20. FC not going for the extra point. Patriots going for the two-pointer. It is Merlin Hill. I love that name. Wasn't that the name of like an old Disney character in the movie or something? Merlin?
That's a great football name,
I'm getting distracted. That made it 22-20. First Colonial. The Patriots end up winning this one 36-26. They are 2-0. Well, Kempsville beat Ocean Lakes. You see the score right there, 28-20 as we get to some other scores. And then Tallwood beat Lansdowne 28-26.
Still to come, Chopper 10 flies over the game between Churchland and Booker T. Washington, plus another Eastern District showdown between Norview and Norcom.
And Bay Rivers District action, including a big one between Warhill and York. Stick around, don't go anywhere. You're watching Friday Night Flights.
Don't go away. Craig and James will be right back with more Friday Night Flights. Woo! Yeah, go Patriots!
All right, Chopper 10 again. Booker T. Washington at home against the Churchland Truckers. Can't get this vantage point anywhere else. Here we go. Booker T fans hoping for a good game. But Churchland, how about the spin move here? That is a beautiful touchdown, and the run up the middle for a touchdown. Extra point was good. Churchland led 7-6 with 2:20 to go in the third quarter. Then 1:38 to go in the third. Another mad dash to the corner here.
Look at him go.
And that's a touchdown.
Yeah, look at that.
Covering a lot of real estate. Impressive run. Churchland missed the extra point. It was 13-6, the final score. The Truckers go on to win this one 28-6. All right, time to move on to the Bay Rivers District.
Warhill from Williamsburg, Craig, has looked like they are contenders this year. The Lions making the short trip to take on the York Falcons. Let's dive into it. Warhill bringing a perfect 2-0 record to the Bailey Field. The Lions going up against York. First quarter, Warhill running back. Jaden McAdoo gets tackled but does not touch the ground.
He does not get tackled.
Continues running and scores the first touchdown of the game. Lions go up 7-0. Kind of fools the eye there. Second quarter, senior Lions quarterback Liam Francisque takes it himself all the way to the end zone with a somersault to cap it all off.
Okay.
Boom. It's almost like a Madden celebration. 14-0. Later in the second, the Lions defense getting in on the action. Isaiah Rembert intercepts Falcons quarterback Brady Connor. Picked it off. The Lions take advantage of the turnover.
Grass.
Yes, a little bit there. Take advantage of the turnover there. And then we got Tavion Blockett for another score. Yeah, beautiful catch. 21-0. Warhill walks away with this one, 48-0. Staying with the Bay Rivers District, Poquoson trying for back-to-back wins to open the season, hosting the Grafton Clippers. So this game was postponed because of lightning in the area. It was initially announced the game would be postponed to a later date. The fans were sent home, but they ended up starting the game at 9:30.
I think we left this one.
Yeah, we had a crew there, but they left when officials initially announced the game would be played at a later date. But they changed their mind. Grafton wins this one 21-16. Gotta love that weather. Always
a great atmosphere at Poquoson Middle, too. Back to the Eastern District. Norview hosting Norcom. Shout out to these girls that noticed me working the camera. Late second quarter, Norcom leading 14-0. Pass intercepted by Nijawan Page. Hits the Pilots into great field position, but James, Norcom defense holds, comes up with four goal line stops to go into halftime. That was key. That could have been a big turnaround for the game for the Pilots. Second half now. Greyhounds with the ball. Direct snap. Matthew Outen in for the score. 21-0. Norcom takes the lead. He's fired up. And then a little bit later, Tyrell Grant Jr., he's back to pass. Lots of time. Watch this. Beautiful pass and catch to Outen.
That's a dot.
James, that's going to be on your top 10 plays, I think, next week. I'm saying it right now. Unreal grab to set his team up. There were some penalties that put them back a ways. This is a 4th and 30.
He's slinging.
Grant Jr. lobs it to Frederico Staton Jr. for the long score. You can't have that happen if you're Norview on a 4th and 30. 28-0 after that. Norcom goes on to win tonight, 40-13. All right, let's talk some. Oh, we're coming back right after this. All right, we are back on a Friday night. Some other scores to get to for you. Hopewell beating Lake Taylor 42-25 tonight. The Titans fall to 1-1 on the year. Indian River taking on Chesapeake rival Hickory, and they get it done. The Braves do 33-0.
All right, Hampton versus Gloucester, 54-13. Hampton getting the job done. They move to 2-1. Nansemond River, 53-14 victory over Deep Creek. Nansemond River looking really solid this year. They move to 2-0.
All right, Lafayette up there in the Bay Rivers District over New Kent. The Rams go to 2-1 on the year. They beat New Kent 46-7. And then private school action, Atlantic Shores 53-13 over Norfolk Christian.
Let's move over to Norfolk Academy versus Catholic. Norfolk Academy taking this one 42-6.
Yeah, we've seen a couple Norfolk Academy scores. They've won big a couple times this year. All right, Kings Fork, highly anticipated game against Western Branch was postponed because of lightning in the Suffolk area. And that game will be made up tomorrow at 11 a.m. All right, to finish off the show, we're going to leave you with the Maury Marching Band. They are our Band of the Week, and their full performance will be up on wavy.com soon. I'm Craig Loper. He's James Catano. Thanks for watching.
Have a good night.